Welcome back to Starfield. Last episode was kind of wacky. I tried to get up on the sledge right here. I ended up falling down there, and some crazy stuff happened. We fought like this flying creature, and we surveyed some of the stuff in the area. This time I'm not gonna fall down there. I tried to get on the ledge to take a picture, but it didn't work out too well. You know, I could probably steal this stuff because there's no one outside, right? Oops, there was something new there. Or I don't know if it was something new, but a greater in volume 3. A gathering with starlight to a greater end by keeping Aquilus of the Sanctum Universum, volume 1. Put again from your mind any notion of what you might have once learned about something people call God. Have no assumptions about belief or even divinity itself. If you are a believer by natural aptitude, try and place yourself in the mindset of the pure empiricist who adheres to the strictest scientism. If you're not a believer, take your skepticism and alleviate it to the highest orders, such that you will not even admit the smallest sense of the spiritual, the superstitious, or even such thing as a lucky roll of the dice. All is physical and all is determined. That we don't understand is simply for lack of exploration or appropriate mathematical tools. With sophisticated enough observatory instruments, we could explain the movements of every particle of being from the subatomic to the supercluster. There's no unseen hand which created anything, simply the forces of physics working mindlessly at each other. And yet, a sunset be maybe maybe still be lovely. Certainly, we may be able to pinpoint the exact chemical breakdown of an atmosphere that refracts light from certain star types in a way that the human visual system finds pleasing. But this knowledge does not reduce to beauty, it rather enhances it. We may say that notions of beauty vary across societies and ages, but even such relativism cannot rob us of our particular experience in a given moment. We may not wish to see ourselves as anything more than happenstance, firings of chemical signals driven by the grim lurchings of evolutionary processes, but to reduce ourselves thus still leaves the reality of a mind existing at a specific instant to experience a certain pattern of photons that it interprets in a matter that finds beneficial in some way. I would hope, even if you admit no possibility of the supernatural, that there is still space in your worldview for awe and for wonder. The universe is charged with grandeur. When we experience that grandeur, we come closer to the underlying reality of the universe. So it's all about like the meaning of life and everything. A gathering of starlight to a greater end by Keeper Aquilus of a Sanctum Universum, Volume 3. Many in the history of thought have considered the ground of being as defined by its oneness, whether as part of a faith tradition or a purely secular philosophy. Indeed, the intellectual construction of a single divine power served as preparatory kindling for the revealed faiths of the desert that would sweep across the empires of old. To perceive the unity as God is to misconceive it, but it's also not entirely wrong. Traditional para, parachial notion of God, though, are not too limiting. Unity is much bigger than the imaginations of any person, or even entire civilizations. This potential for misunderstanding is why I've repeatedly endeavored to have all readers and people of good will cast their preconceptions aside and begin from nothing, lest they take up once more the fairy tale beliefs they held as children. For just as a child's relationship with her parents ought to change as she grows older, so too our relationship with the divine change as we grow older. And so must humanity's relationship with unity change as the race itself proceeds along towards its destiny. Considering now, as we do, the oneness of the divine, we may contemplate its role in creating the universe. Think not of an architect setting to work with exact intent, and more of the role of soil in producing a plant. Creation is not one act that we can date to the Big Bang, but an ongoing process of continual renewal, growth, decay, replacement, and even rebirth. Unity in its facet of being is responsible for all other beings in the universe, even if it takes no more intentional role in them than the soil does in the plant. Where we must depart from a pure philosophy lies in what I am to reveal presently. Unity is not mere soil. While all beings will one day return to it, unity actually craves the return. It does not directly seek it, nor bring it about, ascribing such machinations and would be absurdly redundant. Something that exists beyond the flow of time has no need to hasten any process which derives from itself. All things will return to it, but we as the type of being gifted with the ability to know may uncuely take charge of our trajectory of return. We can seek out the unity, we can encounter it, we can commune and emerge from it as something above what we were, ascended and iterated. How can we know that such a thing is possible? Here again, revelation is crucial, for we have no way of fully understanding the divine apart from its choice to reveal itself. The unity does not do so directly. No, an immediate encounter with it would drive the unprepared mind to shattered weeping. Yeah. Imagine if you actually knew the meaning of life. How it would change your perspective on a lot of things. It'd probably be very overwhelming to know that information, to the point where it might make you go insane, depending on what it is. As the unity craves our encounter, though it does not, or it does on occasion, emanate messengers to aid us on our trajectory, these emanations appear to us in forms that we can understand as corporeal beings that are like us but unlike us, similar enough to be accepted by our minds, but different enough that they maintain a knowledge of the unity. These are our guides, like sailors of old steering their ships by stars, like the fulcrum of Archimedes' lever, like the seed value which initiates a matrix simulation Those born of the stars give us fixed points amidst chaos. With their wisdom, we can seize the path of our fates, no longer being subject to the whims of physical processes. Instead of awaiting our destruction, we can sail straight to the eye of the storm and emerge from the other side with our own hard won betterment. These things are known, and I am the one who has been given to know them. I share this with you in the hopes that you may join me in knowing there is still much to be revealed, and still more knowledge that can only be conveyed in person. Should this book set your heart on fire, seek those born of the stars, for they are themselves lights in the void. That was a lot to read. Took me a while to read all that, but that's okay. Oh wait, that's where we can steal from the stuff out here. Let's be careful when we go up there though, because maybe you'd be able to see me, I don't know. We're good. But I can't steal from this probably because he's like right there. He's quite a ways away. Permanently grants the recipe for astral sliders, okay. I don't think I'll be able to steal this though, but we'll see. What if they'll be able to catch me? Okay, well I got everything. I guess they didn't. So I guess we can go to the lodge now. I guess there's not really much more we can do, really.
New Atlantis is the premier city in the Seven Systems.
Yeah?
New Atlantis is something else. The pride of humanity.
Alright. Let's go on the train here. Into the Mass District. Yeah, we're finally gonna go to the lodge to advance the storyline after doing the side stuff for well, we still have more quests to do, but we'll go and do the quests that we advance the storyline. So down here's the lodge.
My mother wanted me to be a doctor. Doctor, huh? Mothers, am I right? Oh, looks like you've got some fines to clear up.
Um, what happens when you get arrested in this? I think they just take your stolen.
Good. We don't need any more trouble today.
Let's just see what happens. I'm gonna load up my save. I never had this happen before. I know what happens in Oblivion. Yeah, they took all my stuff. Screw that. Wonder if I stole. Is this the save file before I looted all that stuff? I know we're right here. Yeah, let me. I didn't go back far enough. Probably this one here. Should be over by the. Over by where we need to be. Yeah, we're good. We can just go back here. That's fine. Pick up this stuff again. I won't bother with the stuff over there. Okay, we're good. All the rest. Rest again. Finally gonna. Yeah, it's about time we're advancing the storyline though. We've been, like I said, been here for like 15 episodes just doing side stuff. So it's about damn time. This place looks all run down and stuff. There's vines growing on the damn building. They don't take care of this place, that's for sure. There we go.
Captain, everyone will be in the library, just inside. If Barrett were here, he'd probably tell you that you're part of something bigger now, and he hopes you'll make this place your home. This way, Captain.
Or the lodge key can unlock. Okay. Let's go upstairs first before going in there. Oh no, all of them require a key. Okay. Well, let's go to the store then. Oh, I know this place from the trailers.
We appear to have a visitor.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about. Would you care to tell us what happened to our friend? Why you're here and he isn't? I see. Vasco, verify.
All statements made have been factual.
This is just typical. Barrett hands over our ship and our robot to some random employee of that discount mining outfit he uses.
Walter.
And if we hadn't insisted on installing those emergency protocols, I guarantee you this rock breaker here would be halfway to Neon.
But that didn't happen. He's here with the artifact.
Thank you, Matteo. Now, let's focus on what's in front of us, shall we? What happened when it was extracted? Did anyone see anything? Hear anything? Interesting. Similar to Barrett's description of the experience, with less embellishment.
There. Are you hearing this? Do you all believe me now?
Whether it happened or not wasn't in doubt. But honestly, Country, if you expect us to believe a fairy tale...
If this is the greatest mystery in the universe, why couldn't it be part of the ultimate mystery?
But gentlemen, can we please focus? Noelle, I think it's time we tested your theory.
Right. Let's see. We know the artifacts react to each other. The pieces we already have move when they're in close contact. Now, if we add this new one to the two we already have...
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
Hold on, I'll do that in a second. Let me loot some stuff around here. Whoa, look at this. It's kind of cool. Can't climb up there. Whoa. A lot of value on that thing. You got a lot of high value items around here. A Christmas Carol. Stave 1. Marley's Ghost. Marley was dead to begin with. There is no doubt whatever about that. The register of his burial was signed by the clergyman, the cleric, the undertaker, and the chief mourner. Scrooge signed it, and Scrooge's name was good upon, changed for anything he chose to put his hand to. O'Malley was as dead as a doornail. Charles Dickens' 1843 novella, considered his most famous work, chronicles the redemption of the misery Ibn Zur Scrooge, as he visited by four ghosts who force him to analyze his life and decisions he has made. We already read that one. Pickwick Papers. I'm pretty sure I read that one too. Wooden duck. Looks like we can loot in here too. What book was that we just picked up? I'm not really sure. Oh well. I'll check back in the video maybe later after I'm done recording this. Might read that in another episode. It's a very old-fashioned area. Bunch of antiques and everything. Haja Mamasa's diary. Seems like just yesterday I was pulled into the exciting new organization, Constellation. We would push the boundaries of human knowledge and experience by exploring farther into space than anyone had before. We're all into the Starfield. God, I was so young. We all were, but I was the youngest of us all. Now here we are on the brink of disaster. The colony war may be over, but the settled systems seem to be waiting for the next one. Exploration is now at best quaint, at worst irrelevant. Fortunately, and it was no small feat, I've managed to put together a list of potential new members. They are Irvin Madani, young biologist and physician from the Freestar Collective. Barrett, so that's who we already know. We already know him. Promising young physicist from the UC, colorful character to say the least. Alice Campbell, woman of action and pilot, claims to have flown every type of ship at least once. Russell Luther, astronomer, former Freestar Collective military, argumentative by effective. Visola Chen, philosopher, historian, specializes in humanity's early days of space exploration. Jin Tao Min, dedicated to finding truth among the stars. Neon Hitman rumors are troubling. With any luck, this new blood will be just what Constellation needs to keep going. Maybe, hopefully, from the personal diary, Hajima Mamasa, former Constellation chair. Huh. Wooden face sculpture. What is a sextant anyway? I've always wondered what that was. I never saw the word sextant until Yugioh. There was this card called Celestial Sextant. And it got its name changed. And that was the first time I ever saw that word. Sebastian Banks' speech. The following is an excerpt of Constellation found Sebastian Banks' stirring 2276 speech to United Colonies leadership about the importance of continued space exploration. That is why, my esteemed peers, I beseech you, do not forego the dreams of humanity only to plunge civilization into an endless nightmare. The settled system stands once more on the brink of war. And for what? A dispute over space? The cosmos is infinite, and yet, like our Earth-bound ancestors, we have become selfishly obsessed over what we consider ours. At our core, are we a race of conquerors or warriors? No, my friends. If nothing else, humans are explorers. So let's continue exploring. Now is the time to venture beyond the imagined borders, settled systems, and fulfill the dreams of humanity. For if we continue down this path, funding only war and not exploration, I fear there will be no one left to remember why we fought in the first place. Welcome credits. Report on Constellation. The following is an excerpt from a 2283 SSNN news report about Constellation's near collapse. Although Constellation's relevance has been a subject of much debate amongst the new Atlantis intelligentsia, the disappearance of founder Sebastian Banks was a blow most felt the organization couldn't survive. In fact, Constellation's disbanding seemed imminent until member Chloe Bao changed their vote in the 11th hour, thus ensuring the group's continued operation, at least for the time being, as well as her unexpected appointment to the position of chair. How much am I overweight by anyway? 600. I'm at 600, guys. Most of it's stolen stuff. It's a beautiful area though. Shipped daily across the settled systems. Fresh produce, that's the pure hydroponics promise. Sir Livingston's second journal. I heard tell from some of the old-timers that although the Earth suffered its sad fate, that her fateful companion Luna fared much better. Apparently, you can still find the remnants of one of the old Apollo missions, something of a secret rite of passage for chairs of Constellation, if Banks was to be believed. During one of those rare interludes of calm, while doing other research on Earth, I figured I could spare the time. I was, as they say, in the neighborhood. It took some serious scanning and a couple false leads, but I found it. To walk the same place as those earliest of interstellar explorers. Unbelievable what they achieved with such primitive technology. I found the whole experience moving, inspiring. I will advise my successor to do the same. We'll make a proper tradition of it yet. This is an excerpt from Sir Malcolm Livingston's second journal. This is a Apollo landmark on Luna, okay. Whoa. Oh, it's glitched. Glitch painting. Alright guys, I'm in the video here. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode. We'll continue exploring Constellation. Later.